station, but many people are saying that place is called a weather. I've prepared for you some instruments. On my next slide, I have some instruments, those people who have ever visited a weather station. Can you be able to look? Can you be able to see what has been displayed on the screen?
Yes, teacher. Yes.
Yes? How
yes,
many people
teacher.
can see what has been displayed? Do you know those pictures that have been displayed on the screen? I want to hear from you. How many people can see what has been displayed? Yes, many people are putting up their hands, and that is an indication that they have seen what has been displayed on the screen. So some of those instruments you can see are found in a weather station. I've told you a weather station is a place where elements of weather are measured and recorded. So I want you to observe critically. You observe, we have picture A, we have picture B, we have picture C, we have D, E, and F. And I want you to identify the pictures. Identify the pictures, and you tell me the names of those pictures. For example, what does picture A show? By show of hands, what does picture A show? Those are some of the instruments found at the weather station, and these instruments are used to record. Let me see. Yes, Silaba Elizabeth.
Picture A, it's a wind vane.
Picture A is a wind vane. Very good. Picture
Thank you,
A
teacher.
is a wind vane. I want us first to name them. Then we shall go to look at what they do at the weather station. So picture A is a wind vane. Very good. Then we got picture B. Members, can you be able to see picture B?
Yes.
Let me see what is picture B. Emma Joel. Emma Joel? Yes, Emma Joel?
Sunshine recorder.
Emma Joel?
Sunshine recorder.
Very good. Emma Joel is telling us that picture B is a sunshine recorder. I want us first to identify them. Then we shall go to how they are used at the weather station. We got picture C. Arnold Gregg. Arnold Gregg. Arnold Gregg. Arnold. Arnold is not giving us the answer. Let me go to Gideon. Yes, Gideon.
Windsock. Windsock.
Very good. Picture C. Gideon is telling us that it is a windsock. We continue. Let me go now to Gloria. Yes, Gloria. What is picture D?
Press down. Down.
Picture D?
Down. The button which is down. The button which is down.
Gloria Nambarilwa. Yes, picture D?
Picture D.
Picture D. Yes, Gloria?
You are getting place.
Let me see. Let me go to Kwesiga. Yes, Kwesiga Adera.
Thermometer.
Come again.
Thermometer.
Kwesiga, come again. Kwesiga, you are breaking. I want to hear your answer.
Windsock.
Kwesiga has gone.
Gauge.
Kwesiga has gone. We are on picture D.
D.
You identify that picture. Yes, Omara. Omara Innocent. Omara, someone using Galaxy 12 is making noise for us. And Emma Joel, you are also making noise. I just want to hear someone giving us the answer. Let me go to Peyton. Yes, Peyton. What is picture D?
A rain gauge.
Very good. Picture D is a rain gauge. Yes, we go to picture E. All those instruments are found on a weather. We got shown. Can you be able to identify picture E? Sean is not giving me the answer. Let me go to Nakato. Yes, Nakato. Nakato. Nakato, can you speak to me? She has lowered her hand. Maybe she cannot easily identify. We have Ahabwe Kenneth. Ahabwe? Ahabwe? People have failed to identify picture E. Let me see picture E. Picture E. I go to where? Let me see. I ask Ahabwe Kevin. Yes, Ahabwe. Ahabwe Kenneth. Kenneth?
Yes.
Picture E.
Barometer.
Picture E. Yes, picture E is a barometer. Yes, we go to picture F. Let me see people if they can easily identify picture F. Picture F. We are on picture F. Yes. Let me ask Hannah and Tasha. Hannah and Tasha. Picture F. Yes.
Thermometer.
Come again, Hannah.
Anemometer.
Very good. Picture F is anemometer. So members, now that we have described all these pictures, and I'm not saying that these are the only things found on a weather station. They are. Someone is saying, Jacqueline, that her screen, she cannot easily identify, she cannot see, but these things are well displayed on our screen and other people are seeing. So after we have identified all these pictures shown on our screen, now that we know them, I want you to tell me what each picture, what is shown there. What is the use of those instruments? What is the use of these instruments we have displayed? On my next slide, I want you to identify the element that is measured by each of the following instruments that we have identified. For example, this picture A, you told me it is a wind vane. Who can tell me the use of a wind vane at the weather station? What is the use of the wind vane on a weather station? By show of hands. Now that we have seen a wind vane, who can easily tell us what it is used for at a weather station? Yes, let me see, people have already put up their hands. Now let me ask someone I've not asked. There is someone using ITEL A56. Can you give us the answer? What is the use of a wind vane on a weather station?
It is used to find. It is used in finding out the direction of weather.
Have you had members? Have you had? He has told us that a wind vane is used to show the direction of weather. So a wind vane on a weather station is used to show direction. Very good. If you want to know the direction of the wind, then you use a wind vane. Very good. So we go to picture number 2. People told me it is a sunshine recorder. So what do you think? What is the use? What is the use of a sunshine recorder on a weather station? Why do they put up a sunshine recorder? What is the use of a sunshine? Yes, I have a Kenneth. Yes, I have a Kenneth. I have a Kenneth is not ready. Let me go to Jovan. Yes, Jovan. Yes, Jovan. Yes, Jovan. Jovan. Jovan, can you tell us the use of a sunshine recorder? Jovan. Jovan. Members, what's wrong? When I pick on you, when your hand is up, you give us the answer. What is the use of a sunshine recorder at a weather station? Let me see. Yes. What is the use of a sunshine recorder? I have a Kenneth. Yes, Kenneth? I have a. Let me read from your chat. Bombi is saying it shows the intensity of the sun. That is Bombi. Let me see from another person. What is the use of a sunshine recorder at the weather station? Aloysius? Aloysius? I have a Kenneth. I gave you a chance and you refused to talk. Yes, I have a Kenneth. Kenneth, can you hear me?
Measure sunshine.
It measures sunshine. Good. That is a Howell. Yes.
Aloysius.
Yes, Aloysius.
It's to measure sunshine.
Good. Then from the chart, people are saying to measure the amount of sunshine received at the weather station. That is what the Sachi Agava is saying, to measure the amount of sunshine. Number Gloria. Very good, very good. People are saying someone has an excuse. Yes. Is that?
Yeah, I'm not seeing the other pictures on my screen.
You have not seen the pictures?
Yeah, I have pictures from A to D only.
A to E?
A to D only.
A to D?
Only.
Yes, yet we had pictures from A to F.
I'm not seeing E and F.
Why can't you see them? Let me see. We had pictures from A to F. Let me see. Let me see. Pictures from A to F. Let me request. Let me share the screen. And how many can see all? How many? How many can see all? Now at least now you can see them all, isn't it?
Yeah.
Can you see them all now?
They are in what? They are not in pictures.
No, I want to first you first tell me if you can see the pictures.
No, I'm not seeing them.
You are not seeing them?
Yes.
Let me see. Okay. I will again display the pictures, but I'm sure now you can see the words, isn't it?
Yes.
You can see the words?
Yes.
And we had finished on the Windvane. We had gone to the sunshine recorder. Now we got to see what is the use of the Windsock at the weather station. What is the use of a Windsock at a weather station? Let me see. Yes, yes, Chilabo Elizabeth. Chilabo?
A windsock is used. Yes, teacher.
Yes, what is the use of a windsock?
A windsock is used to measure the atmosphere, the direction of. It is used to measure the direction of the atmosphere.
She's saying a windsock is used to show the direction of the wind. Yes, direction of the wind. Then let me see. Then what about the rain gauge?
The amount of rainfall received.
What about the rain gauge?
The amount of rainfall received.
Received in an area.
Come again?
It is used to receive. It is used to record the amount of rainfall received in an area.
It is used to show the amount of rainfall received in an area. But let me ask you, someone told us that a windsock is used to show the direction. Here, here, here. Does the windsock show direction? Yes?
Sure. No.
No.
A Windvane is done which shows direction.
Shows the strength.
It shows the strength. Very good. Members, we can clap for her. The direction is showed by a Windvane. But when we come to windsock, it shows the strength of the wind. Yes. And rain gauge is used to record the amount of rainfall
received in an area.
Yes, very good. Very good. Now we go to E. Picture E was showing a mercury barometer. What is the use of a barometer on a weather station? Let me see. By show of hands, what is the use of a mercury barometer at a weather station? Yes, Marcos Max. Marcos Max. Marcos? Yes, Kat Shabe. Kat Shabe, what is the use of a barometer at the weather station? Yes? Kat Shabe? Kat Shabe? Kat Shabe, do you have the answer? Let me go to another person. We have someone called John S. Yes, John S. John S. What is the use of a barometer? Yes? People are not talking to me. I don't know what has happened. I can only read from the chat. I want to hear your voice. Yes, Hannah and Tasha. Hannah and Tasha. Hannah and Tasha. Yes. I unmute people and yet they don't talk. I don't know what has happened. Maybe, is it a network problem or what? Yes, Arinite, Richard. Arnita, Richard?
What?
Used to
Arnita,
measure
can you hear me?
pressure. Yes.
Come again?
Wait.
It is used to measure the atmospheric pressure.
Very good. The barometer is for measuring the atmospheric pressure or the weight of air over a given part of the Earth's surface. Very good. So from what we have displayed on the screen, another instrument is a
Anemometer.
anemometer. Very good. What is it used for? Some people even had failed to pronounce it. It's called anemometer. Yes, let me hear from Jovan. Jovan, you have not given me the answer today. I want to hear from you. What is the use of anemometer on a weather station?
It measures the immunity.
Come again?
It measures the immunity.
Come again?
It used to measure the immunity.
Is his submission? Another one. Want to know what is the use of anemometer? On a weather station. Let me hear from Aloysius. Yes, Aloysius. Aloysius?
Yes, please.
What is the use of anemometer on a weather station?
To measure,
yes?
measures humidity. Humidity.
Yeah, you have tried, but that is not the answer. Another person who can give us the right answer. People are typing, I can see, but I want to hear from, let me hear from Abebembire Birunji. Yes, Birunji? Abebembire Birunji. Birunji? What is the use of anemometer on a weather station? People are trying, but they are not giving the right answer. Yes, Arnold B. Arnold? Arnold?
It is used to measure the amount of rainfall.
Amount of what? Yes, Arnold. Let me give now the last chance to Joan Kasana. Yes, Joan. Yes, Joan. Joan. People I give chats, they are not talking, but people in their chat are typing the right answers. So let me read from the chat. And for example, Hannah is saying that it shows the speed of wind. Yes. Fahoda Jonas is saying measuring the speed of wind, right? Melody is saying it shows the speed of wind. And that is the use of anemometer on a weather station. Members, we go to G. We are now here. Can you be able to read on the screen?
Yes.
Yes. So we are now on G. Who can read for me what is on G?
Me.
Yes. What is it?
Thermometer.
Thermometer.
Yes. What is it used for?
It is used to measure that.
Come again?
It is used to measure the temperature of the day.
Exactly. John S. is saying it is used to measure.
It measures the temperature.
Temperature over press.
Temperature over press. Very good. So what you have seen, some of the pictures that we displayed are all found on a weather station. I told you a weather station is a place where they carry out the recording of all weather elements. And when you visit a weather station, then you can be able to look at all this we have identified. Members, now that we have seen, now that we have identified, I want us to tell. I want to hear from you how these instruments are used. We are going to pick on one instrument. I want you to put up your hand and at least like in 2 sentences, you tell me how each one is used to measure and record the elements that we have named. For example, we have a wind vane. Are we together, members?
Yes.
So who can tell me how a wind vane is used to measure the direction of wind?
Me.
By show of hands, who can describe for us how a wind vane is used to measure the direction of wind? Yes, let me see.
Me.
How is that one saying me? Let me see.
I'm the one.
Tell me your name.
Aloysius.
Who?
Aloysius.
Aloysius. Okay, Aloysius, can you tell me a wind vane? Yes, Aloysius. Aloysius, can you tell me how do we use a wind vane to measure the direction of wind? Who is willing to tell us? Let me ask Ndifuna. Ndifuna, are you ready? Your hand is up. Yes, Ndifuna? Is it a problem of my network? The people I pick on are not giving us answers. Yes, Ndifuna? Who can tell us how a wind vane is used to determine the direction of wind? Yes, Melody. I want to hear from you. Yes, Arnold. Yes, Arnold. Since people are not talking, I want to, let me explain this. For example, Mary is saying I did not have, let me see. Let me try on Melody. She wants to give us the answer. Let me see. People want to tell us. Let me see. We want to see. Yes, Maria. Maria, can you tell me?
Pedro, you gun base.
Maria?
Yes, teacher.
Yes, Maria.
Are you hearing me?
Yes, very much.
I request to repeat for me the question.
I'm saying we have a wind vane at the weather station, isn't it?
Yes, teacher.
Kindly tell us how it is used to determine the direction of wind. How is it used?
To show the direction of wind, like
Yes.
it has arrows. Now, where the arrows are pointing to,
Yes.
going to.
Very good. That is her submission. Members, let me tell you this. When there is wind, what happens? The wind vane, as the wind blows, that is what I want. That is the explanation. At least I want you to tell me. I want you to tell me that as the wind blows, the arm of the wind vane rotates. Are we together? The arms of the wind vane rotates until its pointer faces the direction from which the wind is coming. Are we together? Because I showed you the picture of a wind vane. So as the wind blows, the arm of the wind vane rotates until the pointer faces the direction. It faces the direction from which the wind is coming. Are we together? While the tail points the direction from the wind where it is going. Remember, if you can still remember the picture showing the wind vane, if you can still remember the picture showing the wind vane, it had an arm and then the pointer. So we are saying that when the wind blows, the arm of the wind vane rotates. It rotates until the pointer faces the direction. So we can tell the direction of the wind using the pointer. Are we together? The pointer faces the direction from which the wind is coming. And then the tail shows the direction from where the wind is going. That is the explanation I want. Are we together? Now, when we go to this sunshine recorder, we have said that the sunshine recorder measures the duration of the wind. Are we together? It shows, or it is used to record the hours or minutes of the sunshine in a place. Are we together? So I want to hear someone. How does it work? How does the sunshine recorder, how does it record sunshine? Like in two sentences. Just two sentences. How is the sunshine recorder used at the weather station? How is it used? How do we use the sunshine recorder to record? If you are taken at the weather station, how can you easily tell that this sunshine recorder is working? Let me see by show of hands. Who can tell us how a sunshine recorder works? Who can easily tell us how a sunshine recorder works? Yes. People are putting up their hands. Yes, Ndifuna. Ndifuna Ismail.
It concentrates sunlight through a glass sphere onto a recording card placed at its focal point.
Yes. At the weather station, we have said that we have an instrument called a sunshine recorder. And we have said that this instrument records the number of hours and minutes of sunshine in that place for a day. Members, when there is sunshine, there is a grass ball, or what we can call a sphere. And that's where the recorder corrects and directs the sun rays. That's where that machine directs the sun rays to each sensitive card. There is a card which is very sensitive and it is on one side. So when it corrects there, the card has a scale. If you can look at the picture that I showed you, and from there you can easily read the hours and minutes of the sunshine. That is the sunshine recorder. Now we are on number C. You can tell us how the Windsock is used. We want to know, we want to learn how these different instruments are used on a weather station. We have said that the Windsock shows the strength of the wind. You can tell us how it shows the strength of the wind. People who know how the Windsock is used. Yes, Tasha and Trusty. Tasha and Trusty.
Yes, Tasha.
Yes.
Tasha, a soft-like structure that enables it to go straight if the wind is too much.
Very good, Tasha. We have said when you look at the picture of a Windsock, we have said it measures or it records the strength of the wind blowing in an area. The sock itself is a bag. Members, I'm sure you looked at the sock. The sock itself is a bag made from light cloth. It's a bag made from light cloth. And it is kept both ends open. Why do they open both ends? Allow wind to pass through. When you look at the picture of a Windsock, it has two openings. Why? Because to allow the wind to pass through. And when the weather is calm, with no wind blowing, the sock falls against the post. I'm sure you can easily identify that. Because the sock is open both sides, when the weather is calm, the sock falls against the post or the pole and points to the ground. It is only when wind blows that the sock stretches again. Remember, the amount of stretching will depend on the strength of the wind. The amount of stretching will depend on the amount of the wind. So we are saying if the weather is calm, then the Windsock will not blow, but it will not blow, but the sock will fall against the pole. I don't know whether people looked at the picture of a Windsock. I brought all these pictures for you to identify. And we are saying that when the weather is calm, the Windsock will fall onto the post or the pole. But immediately the wind starts, then the sock will stretch out. And that is how it works to determine the strength of the wind. So we are saying that the amount of stretching will depend on the strength of the wind. When the wind is very strong, the sock becomes horizontal. When there is strong wind, then the sock becomes straight. Let me see if people are following. We are now on number D, and that is, let me see, who can read for us, D? Yes, Jacqueline. Very good. So now we are on a rain gauge. Who can tell me how the rain gauge works? Let me see. We are now on the rain gauge. How does it work? Yes? Yes, Matthew. Let me see. Let me see. We have Moses Atejeka. Yes, Atejeka. How does the rain gauge work?
It is taken place.
Come again? Atejeka?
It is taken in an open water from
yes,
the funnel.
yes.
Then it is sunk in the ground. Then it is
Very
sunk
good.
in the ground.
Yes.
To prevent evaporation. Then the funnel top is left like 20 or 30 centimeters above the ground to prevent slashes of water and run off of water.
Very good. Very good. That is how a rain gauge is fixed on a weather station. We have said a rain gauge measures the amount of rainfall received in a day. Inside the cylindrical container, the container has a glass and a transparent plastic jar. The use of the plastic jar is to collect the rain water. And at the top of the can, we have seen that there is a funnel. The use of the funnel is to direct the rainwater into the jar. So we have the funnel, and the work of the funnel, members, it is to direct the rainwater into the jar. Therefore, when the water is directed into the jar, the amount that is received is measured using the measuring cylinder. And of course, you know that water or any other kind of liquid, it is measured using millimeters. So that is how the rain gauge is used at the weather station. We got E. Who can read for me? E? Who can read for me? We are on E. Let me see. Daisy. Daisy, what is on E? Daisy? Daisy. What is on point E?
It is a mercury barometer.
Very good. It is a mercury barometer.
Yes.
And we said a mercury barometer is an instrument used to measure what?
Atmospheric pressure.
Very good. It is used to measure atmospheric pressure. Members, how do they measure atmospheric pressure? How do they use that barometer? When you look at that barometer, how is it used? The moment we visit a weather station, I want us to go immediately and tell people how these machines are used there, how those instruments are operated. I know many of you are going to work as they are going to work on weather stations. You can get jobs there. So, Timothy, how do you think a barometer is used at the weather station? Timothy's hand is up. Timothy, do you want to give us the answer? Yes? Timothy?
Huh?
Yes.
I don't have the idea about the barometer.
Very good. Timothy is saying he doesn't have the idea. Let us hear from other people. So Timothy, can you just listen? You listen to Katushabe. Katushabe, can you give us, just like in 2 sentences, help us to you help Timothy. Yes. Katushabe? Katushabe? Do you have the idea? We have said this is an instrument used to measure atmospheric pressure. How can someone use this instrument to measure atmospheric pressure? Yes,
Me, teacher.
Yes. Isingoma, you tell us. Isingoma? Isingoma, you are on?
It consists of a beaker.
Yes.
A glass tube.
Very good.
Then that glass tube is filled with mercury and is inverted into the beaker filled with mercury.
Very good.
Then as air in the atmosphere uses its weight to push down the mercury in the bowel, then the mercury falls while the mercury bowel raises.
Yes.
Yeah, madam, I can stop from there.
Thank you very much. I'm sure there is someone called Timothy. He said he doesn't have any idea. Timothy, I'm sure you have heard from Emma. He has told us that there is a glass tube containing mercury. And this mercury is pressed in a bowl. The mercury inside the tube falls and creates a vacuum at the top until its pressure balances with the pressure of air outside the tube. Members, when you are measuring such, we are saying that there is that mercury. It keeps on changing. And as he has told you, Isingoma has told you that it is this mercury that they will use to determine the amount of the atmospheric pressure. When the pressure of air outside the tube is high, it presses down the surface of mercury in the bowl, and it forces it to rise again into the glass tube. Members, if you can look at the picture, when the pressure of air outside the tube is high, it presses down the surface of mercury in the bowl and forces it to rise into the glass tube. This causes a rise in the pressure reading. So when the air pressure is low, it is the opposite. The mercury in the glass tube flows out into the bowl, causing a fall in the pressure reading. Are we together, members? I really thank you because people have demonstrated on how it works. We have said that it has mercury, and with this mercury, when the pressure outside the tube is high, it presses down the surface of mercury in the bowl and forces it to rise into the glass tube. And this causes a rise in the pressure reading. But if the air pressure is low, what happens? The mercury in the glass tube flows out into the bowl, causing a fall in the pressure reading. Members, I want us to go to G. And this G is Thermometer. Thermometer. This, we have said that the thermometer is used to measure temperature. And I want you, because of time, I want you to do for me that activity that is displayed on the screen. You try it. Where you will fail, we shall come and explain again. I want you, for each instrument you have identified, the instruments that are shown in the table. The instruments are Windvane, sunshine recorder, Windsock, rain gauge, mercury barometer, and then anemometer. I want you to explain how it is used. Post it in the Google Classroom. We shall come here again and have the corrections. Thank you. Thank you very much.